Hey everybody, it's Sia with Black Petal Gardening, and it is Saturday the 5th, and today I am finally getting to planting out the last of the bean varieties that I have. These are going to be the Dulcina that I got from Johnny Seeds, and we're going to get those planted out here in our first garden bed. And what I'm anticipating is I'm going to do, I think, a row of two and make sure that they're about 4 inches apart. Both row size 4 inches, so you can see my hands, and then of course each planting will be 4 inches. So with that in mind, I'm thinking we'll get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 rows or 14 plants, which actually works out pretty nicely because in the pots that we had before, as you can see here, I also planted 14 plants because each pot had 7 holes that we put, and we put 2 plants in each. Now you can see that 2 of these are doing fantastic. The Royal Burgundy is doing really well. The Jade is doing, I would say, even better. Unfortunately, I am having a heck of a time with 2 varieties that people constantly say are incredibly great, and I really am not sure why. So we have over here the Contender, and you might be able to see there's a few sprouts coming up. For some reason, I am getting very poor germination, and I will even put out there, I did actually double sow those. I've not just done 14, I've actually done 28 beans in there, and I am just not getting the germination, and I've done nothing differently for those that I did for these 2 here. Now the other one over here are Provider, and we've gotten a little bit of germination here. We're gonna awkwardly move, but I mean, it's pretty easy to say that the experience here is definitely not matching what we've accomplished with the other 2. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know why we're having such trouble. I cannot figure it out. Like I said, I have not done anything different between the 4 pots. I guess I could say there is one difference with the Contender. The Contender, we did have a slightly different potting mix in the bottom, and then I ran out and we have another brand of potting mix on the top. So possibly that could have something to do with it, but at the same time, that doesn't really explain the Provider beans. So I don't know what to say about those. I am not going to worry about it at this point. It's disappointing. I'll take what we get. I really don't want to expend any more of our seeds on the Contender or the Provider. The Provider, I will say, I have not done a double sow. This is still the original 14, so potentially I could decide to add some more beans in there to fill it out. I'll think about doing that, but with the poor germination percentage that I've had, I'm a little hesitant to go that route. We're going to get back to the Dulcina and get those planted. Ba-boom! Okay, so we are now back over here, and what I did is we have, of course, our raised bed, and we've put our straw down previously. I just did a top dressing of some potting mix on here, and then I sprinkled in some 10-10-10 for a slow release fertilizer, and now I am going to go ahead and plant these out. And I believe these only need to be about 1 inch deep. We'll do that. We're going to get these into the ground and see what we want to do next for the day. Okay, and here's what the beans look like. And just as a point of information, this does say that this is a U.S. plant variety protected. Unauthorized propagation is prohibited. So I assume that that means you can't try and use it to make your own variety or something like that, which is obviously outside of my particular experience and abilities. Nice thing here, 53 days. So hopefully we'll see germination on these and be able to be enjoying some beans relatively quickly. Okay, you may also notice, if we back up a little here, I still haven't gotten any placards out for the carrots that we planted here. Um, it is something that I need to do. Obviously, I don't have a placard for the beans. I do have some old ones for the peas that we had in there and some of the flowers that we attempted to plant and did not actually germinate. But you know, and that is what it is. We're making progress towards our fall gardening plan. We are done with this task for today. It's still fairly early, it's still fairly cool, so I think we are going to do a little bit more planting, possibly some of our daikon radishes, maybe some cauliflower. We'll have to see. So don't forget to check us out. Potentially subscribe so that you know when new videos come out. You can see what we're doing. If you have any questions or feedback, things like that, please drop them in the comments. We do love reading them and try to respond to everyone. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.